I have a question.
Shoot.
I've lived on Long Island, New York.
What part?
My whole life, Smithtown. Just moved here
All right.
a little while ago. Love the house, love the deer in the backyard, love the rabbits running around. We were on the woods, park next door to us, and love the fall, the spring. The husband didn't like the, shoveling of the snow and the rough weather that we've had. So it was either, stay by myself back there or, follow him out here.
All right.
How do
So
I handle this?
now well, again, it's very interesting because we do have this social thing of what we call obligation. And the truth is, the only obligation, so you have to weigh it out, the only obligation we have is to how we feel. And some people are like, well, it's very selfish, but we aren't any good to anybody else if we're not feeling good. Actually, when you feel good, you actually become a beacon of other people feeling good. So, in that case, you have to weigh out how much of a struggle is it to actually want to stay. So you have to ask yourself, when you look at it, when you close your eyes and feel it, where do you feel it? Is it back there without your husband? Or, and because there is no right or wrong answer because your belief structure is yours, and I would never tell you it. It's actually looking at your belief structure and maybe changing it a little bit. Because you never want to dishonor your belief structure. You want to alter it. Because, and if that's your belief structure, then you have to honor it. But what's happening is, your belief structure needs to be altered because your higher self is saying that belief structure no longer is working. It's almost like belief structures are literal vehicles that get you to a place. So the car can get me to the airport, but eventually I have to get out of the car to get to the plane to get to where I'm going. So you have to slowly do that. So I would work on what belief do you have that creates the dilemma in which you're in. And then work on it from that way. And even perhaps discuss it with your husband. Maybe if he feels that way, And so it's really about your belief structure. And it's obviously telling you something because you feel that little tug, right? You want to be back on Long Island with the deer. And he doesn't like to shovel. So, I guess you could suggest to him the kid down the block do the shovel. But there is, when you get to a neutral state, because I don't believe just go home and pack up and go back. When you both get to a neutral state, so in other words, when you're actually talking about it, you're actually in combat, so you're holding your ground. But when you get in a neutral state, you'll raise your vibration and you can see how it will work out. Anything can work out. So I'm not here to tell you what to do, I'm showing you, if you get to a neutral state, you can actually see how things work out. Things work out for everyone. It's just that when you're butting heads, you'll always butt heads. Whatever you do is what you get, and whatever you put out is what you get back. So you want to distract yourself, maybe sit down with your husband and distract him from that. And then some way you can come to a resolution and you'll be like, wow, I didn't see that. I'm like, wait, yeah, you couldn't see it from the basement. You can only see it from the floor in which you had risen to. And that's kind of what's going on right now. Your higher self is trying to lift you up to see a solution. Because leaving your husband isn't really an option, right?
I had thought about it.
So, and I'm just joking. So my point is the pain of leaving him outweighs the pain of having to be in Long Island. So there will be a solution, and it's not a compromise. Because I would never want to buy a car that's compromised. But I want to come to a different frequency where the problem no longer exists. So it's about getting to a different place where that problem doesn't even occur. So it's about raising up, and you get there, and when you stay there, he'll have to come up to talk to you. Honey, where are you? I'm on the second floor. You want to come up? Right? So when you stay there and you hold your ground, and it's not like holding ground, it's just like, he will actually come up, and when he may see your point, and maybe it'll be like, buy a summer home on Long Island.
They're not coming back.
Maybe you should go to Colorado, don't we?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
Say
go.
there's a solution.
Arizona and New York.
Or just get some fake reindeer and just have it. But it's because when you're in that place, you can't see the solution. And there is a solution. But you have to just get out of that. Because you might not even have to change your belief structure if your belief structure at a different frequency is different anyway. So, yeah. All right. Did that help?
Yes, it
All right.
is. It's getting better.
There you go.
Hello.